You already know that synthetic materials come from natural resources, and the inspiration for new synthetic materials often comes from nature. But how do synthetic materials, like the plastics that we explored earlier, actually get created? Let's try our hands at making a synthetic material and see if we can figure it out. Let's begin the Slime Time lab. For this lab, we'll need the following materials: 2 plastic cups, one with some white school glue already inside, baking soda, food coloring, a graduated cylinder, contact solution, and a plastic spoon. So let's get started by following the lab procedures. First, go ahead and make sure you've read and completed your lab safety form. Then we're going to pour 110 milliliters of white school glue into the plastic cup. And like you see here, our teacher has already completed this step for you. So go ahead and set that cup aside. Next, place 2.5 grams of baking soda in the other cup. I went ahead and measured my baking soda on the balance before we got started. Now add, and make sure you get all of that out, as much of it as you can. And now we're going to go ahead and add 18 milliliters of contact solution to our graduated cylinder. And let's look. So there's 20 milliliters on the graduated cylinder. So we're going to go just below that with our 18 milliliters. This might take a second because we're dripping it out here. So we'll work on getting this as precise as possible. So I'm going to slow down as I get a little closer to 20. And it's bubbling a bit, so let me let that settle. And you can see that we have just right at 20 milliliters in there. So it tells me that my next step is to add this to the baking soda and mix that until it's combined. So let's go ahead and use our plastic spoon to mix that up. You should get all of that baking soda combined into the contact solution. Might take a second. Okay, and now we're going to add our food coloring into that solution. So we are going to add 5 food coloring drops and mix it one more time. And open up my food coloring. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little extra just for some good blue color. And we'll go ahead and mix that up. And now we're going to pour this baking soda contact lens food coloring solution into our glue, and we're going to mix the substance until it is firm. I'm going to bring over that glue that I set aside before. Go ahead and pour this in. I'll set that cup aside, and we'll go ahead and mix this until it is firm. If you're having any issues with it firming up, you can add another 5 milliliters of your contact solution to the mixture. And give it another swirl. When your slime has firmed up, go ahead and take it out of the cup, and you're going to want to knead it between your hands until it's nice and soft, and it will be like what you see here on our tray. Now observe it, pull it apart, Play around with it and record those observations that you have in your data and observations section.